Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, thank you for joining us. Today I wanted to film like a glowy, kind of easy, like fresh face Easter look for you guys, because I know everybody doesn't want to go super dramatic on Easter, and yes, I know some of y'all might be going to church. If not, I'm right there with you. But I really hope you enjoy this tutorial, and I will be doing like a little mini hair tutorial as well. I'm trying to branch off into doing more hair tutorials. If you guys want to see that, please leave in some comments down below, giving me some suggestions on like any type of hairstyles you'd like to see me do, and makeup looks as well. And look, it don't even have to be related to hair or makeup. Just put any like suggestions for videos that you'd like to see me do. So if you want to see how I got this big voluminous hair and this makeup look, then just keep on watching. So first I'm going to go into my Lorac Pro 2 palette. I'm going to take the color Nectar and place this in my crease. So just to keep y'all updated with me a little bit, I don't know if you all know this, but I'm trying to do Uber on the side just to make a little bit of extra money. I am a freelance makeup artist / esthetician, but it's hard trying to get your name out there when you start from scratch. I do hand out business cards and things like that, but it's really hard to get your name out there. So I'm doing Uber on the side. And the process to sign up seems like it's taking forever. You have to take a picture of your driver's license, your insurance card, and then a registration of the car. And they're supposed to run a background check on you, which we know that don't necessarily mean anything because a lot of stuff still be going down in them Uber cars. But so I sent all that info in exactly a week ago today, because that was last Tuesday, and they said they'd email me and send me a text message letting me know if I'm approved or not, if I can drive. I don't know how long it's gonna take because I need the extra cash in my pocket. Nobody got time for that. So hopefully I get approved. I mean, I've never had no accidents. I don't have any tickets, you know, nothing like that. So I don't see what's holding me back. Unless there's a lot of people trying to do it, because that is an easy way to make money. You know, if you can drive from point A to point B, why not get paid $20 an hour? So just waiting on that, because like I said in the last video, struggle bus is too real. And I'm on it. I'm in the front seat. Or close to the front. I ain't driving it, but I'm close to the front. So we'll just see how that goes. I have been getting a few clients, but it's not enough to be sitting there trying to live off on, if you feel me. But I guess things will happen in due time, I guess. But anywho, so I guess for my next color, I'm going to take either beige or rosé for the lid color. I'm doing an Easter look, but I'm doing something like super simple. I probably won't even do no wing liner or something like that. Just something like light on the eyes, and then like a light wash on the lips, and you know, something light on the cheeks. Nothing too much, because you know, people go to church on Easter. Some people go out. Oh, and let me tell y'all one thing. I'm just gonna spray my brush with some toner as always. This is that new Wet n Wild brush that I used in my last video. I really love using this to pack colors onto the lid. But let me tell you all, as I was a little girl, my family and I, for Easter, we would like really like dress up, and then we would go to like different hotels for brunch. And let me tell you, that stuff is not cheap. But it was a nice experience getting all like dolled up in your nice like Easter dress, and you know, going out to eat with your family, stuff like that. I miss doing that. We haven't done that in years, and we haven't done that since my grandpa passed away, because he was the one that really wanted to do it, I guess, to, you know, spend like family time with everyone, and he was the one that paid for it too. So I guess now that he's gone, everybody else doesn't, they don't really have the money for it. So we haven't really done that, but I truly miss that, because now we don't even really do anything. We go to church on Sundays, but Easter Sunday is not one of the days that we go to church, because if y'all know, people who don't go to church, they want to pick days to go on to church, either like Easter, Mother's Day, Christmas, something like that. That's the times they want to quote unquote act holy and show up right. So we probably won't be going to church. And then my grandmother, which we call her Big Mama, we usually go to her house on Easter. She lives in a senior citizens building, and they usually have like a party room that you could, you know, book in advance, and then you know, have your get together. They have TVs down there, you know, food, drinks, you know, it's like a lounge area. And we would do that every year, but now she can't get the room, so now everybody has to be crowded up in her apartment, which everybody doesn't show up at the same time, but it's still not a lot of places to sit or anything like that, so everybody has to really be cramped up in her room. But I don't know, I'm curious. Tell me what you guys do for Easter, because I'm curious to know. My Easters are kind of dry now since we don't go out anymore, and I miss that. But I'm curious to know what you all do, you know, or if you even celebrate Easter. And if you don't, you know, maybe you celebrate something else. But, you know, just let me know in the comments down below. I'm really interested. You know, I'm a very curious person. So now I'm going to take my BH Studio Pro powder, and I'm going to place this in the crease with a pencil brush just to deepen up the look ever so slightly. I'm then going to take my Equate Dual Powder moisturizer. Anywho, that's probably all I'm going to use anyway. And this is our moisturizer. You do want to make sure your skin is nice and moisturized before we go in with any primers and before you put on your foundation. I'm going to take my Smashbox Photo Finish Blemish Control Primer and place this all over the face before we put our foundation on. After that, I'm just going to take my LA Girl Pro Conceal in the green color. It's a color corrector. I'm just going to place this over any of my blemishes and any red areas because I can tend to be red. So in my last video, my St. Patrick's Day video, I did a first impressions as well, and I used this new Milani foundation, the Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. But in that last video, I had the wrong shade. I had a shade darker, although I don't get their shade range because the shade darker than this looks like it's about my sister's color, and she's not a shade darker than me. She's a little bit deeper in skin tone. But I went in there, I changed it, and I picked up the color 11 Amber, and I made sure I opened it up and looked at it this time. So hopefully the color the color payoff is correct. Hopefully it matches me, or I'll be back in the store again picking out another one. But I really want to see how good this wears because I've been hearing so many good things about it from some of the big YouTubers. They be saying they really love it, which I'm surprised because this is a drugstore foundation. It was $10. But we'll find out. Oh, and I forgot to mention it does have a pump, so we will see. I'm going to give it another shot, and if I don't like it after this, I'm just done with it. I'm going to just pump it on the back of my hand, and I don't think I applied it with the right tool last time. I started off using a stippling brush, but this time I'm going to use my beauty blender. I know it's filthy, but I'm just going to use that. Now I'm going to be trying out a new concealer, and this is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. I don't know the color offhand. I will have it in the description box below, but I'm just going to place this under the eyes, on my forehead, on a cupid's bow, and down the bridge of my nose, just to bring some light to the face and conceal as well. Next, I'm going to take my Fit Me powder in the color, I believe 355 Coconut, and just set all the places that I didn't place the concealer. I did actually set my concealer with my Benefit Professional powder as well. Now I'm going to go in with that same BH Studio Pro powder that we used to put in the crease. I'm going to use that to warm up the skin and kind of bronze up the skin. And I'm just going to place that in the hollows of the cheeks and down the sides of the temples just to bring some warmth back into the skin so we don't look washed out. So that same Agent Zero Shine powder that I was just telling you about, I then took that on a contouring e.l.f. brush, and I'm slightly baking my face just to really clean up that contour because it did look a little muddy. And then next for highlighter, I'm taking this Milani Illuminator, I believe. I don't exactly know the name, but I'm spraying my fan brush with some toner, and then I'm going to place this on the cheeks, the nose, and then the top of the Cupid's bow as well. Next for blush, I'm then going to take that light pink shade that you saw with the Easter egg and place this in between where we highlighted and where we bronzed up the skin, just to kind of blend everything together. Now I'm just taking a powder brush and I'm blending away the powder that we placed under the bronzer to bake. So you could just leave the look like this with no lashes. I just put on some mascara, but y'all know me, I gotta be extra. So I'm gonna put on a pair of lashes that I got at the beauty supply store. I believe they're Broadway eyes, and they're like they're Demi Wispies or something like that. You'll see, I'll do a close-up of it, but I'm just gonna put on lashes. So before I start this little mini hair tutorial, I just want to give y'all a little bit of background about my hair. I am transitioning to natural. I have about an inch left to go. Then the struggle is going to be super real. It's real now, but it's going to be even realer once that happens. I'm still learning like different styles and things to do with it, but I do get my hair done every 2 weeks. I go to a hairstylist every 2 weeks. And in between, I try to keep it as straight as she gets it. My hair usually only lasts a week, and then that second week is like every man for themselves. So I don't really do anything too special to my hair. I just like having a big bang in the front, and I love having a side part with just big voluminous hair. I don't usually do curls, nothing like that, because I try to do styles where I don't have to use heat, you know. So hey, if you guys want to see me do like maybe some tutorials on how to get like heatless type curls, I can work on that for you guys. But me, I just really do not like putting heat on my hair because heat is damaging. I don't care if you use a heat protectant or not, you still burn up your hair or whatnot. So I try to minimize the heat that I put on my hair to at least 2 times in between when I see my hairstylist. If I have to do it more than that, that's when the wigs come out. Those have been a lifesaver. But just for this video, I'm going to be using this InStyler. I don't know if you all know about this. I got this back before they came out with like the different barrel sizes. I believe mine is, if I'm not mistaken, inch, maybe an inch and a half. I'll look it up and I'll put all the details in the description box below. But I really like to use this, and then they have a high, medium, and low heat setting. I can't exactly tell you the degrees that they are. I'll look that up as well and put that in the description. But I know high, they say, is for like thick coarse hair, which I do have thick coarse hair, but since it is some like basically straight already, I just kind of want to put a band in it a little bit and kind of put like feather it a little bit. I'm going to use it on low just to minimize heat damage. And then along with that, the heat protectant I like to use is the Tresemme Thermal Creations heat protection spray. I usually spray this through a certain section and then comb it through and then go in with this. This really gets my hair volumized. I really don't care for flat irons that much, even though I do use them from time to time. They can kind of like flatten out the hair and kind of make them kind of limp. What I found, and with those flat irons, you kind of want to leave like a little bit of room in between just to like bring some oxygen through, just so you aren't completely like flattening the hair and burning it. I ain't nobody got time for that, so I'd rather just use this because it has a rotating wand. It really works wonders. So just stay tuned for the next part on this little mini hair tutorial. So I just like to take this type of comb. Yes, I believe this is a shampoo comb, but it's just a wide tooth comb. And I just like to comb through my hair just to make sure it's not tangled or anything. Just to really make sure. And then I did have a middle part, so that's why I'm kind of combing my hair back now. And for some reason, I don't know why, but when I get my hair done, I get a middle part. It really doesn't last as long as when I get a side part. And I do the same things that I usually do. To maintain my hair, I usually just put rollers on, like in the top to where I want it like nice and curled and feathered when I take it down. And then I usually just wrap everything else. And I tie it with a scarf, and then I put a bonnet on, aka my boyfriend be talking about the all-purpose cap.
Yeah.
Although people do be wearing them in the grocery stores and stuff, which that's kind of trifling to me. But anywho, back to the point. So I'm gonna try to make this. I like a really, really like deep side part, like a really, really like big bang that I like to hang down in my face. So I'm just gonna put this to the side. Just place the part where I really want it to go. Let me see if that's enough hair. Or do I need to leave more? No, I think that's about good. So then when you have your part where you want it to go, now this is when you want to section your hair off. And I usually section my hair into the top half and the bottom half, which I'll show you guys right now. I usually like to go a little bit above the ear. Some people use their fingers to do this. I like to be a little bit more precise. And I actually take the comb and part it across. Just to make it a little bit more even. I probably should have turned around to show you guys, but I'm sure y'all get the gist of it. And then I'm just going to pull this top part up with the ponytail holder. And then with the back, I'm going to section that off into 2 parts as well. I usually have clips with me. I don't know why I didn't bring them down this time, but you just want to section off the back into 2 sections as well. And then I like to start, it really don't matter which side you start on, but I'm just going to take one of those sections and I'm going to take my spray and I'm going to just spray it a good amount on here. And you could either comb it through with your fingers or take the comb and comb it through just to make sure that it's very evenly distributed, just so your hair isn't getting any heat damage. And then from there, I section that into subsections and then I curl. Now I don't really do anything like extravagant. I just like to put a band in the hair. So y'all probably can't see it. Maybe I could turn it to the side. But I just take it. As you can see, it's rotating. And I just like to turn it slightly to get a bend in the hair. And I might go over it twice. I don't like to go over it too many times. And then I'm basically going to do that all over the head until I get to the top. And then with my bang, I usually do something a little bit different. Okay, so once I get to the bang, I like to do something a little bit different. I'm going to still section it off. And I'm not going to be too precise with this. Put the rest of it away. But now, when I take my styler and I curl it, I'm going to hold it a few seconds right at the crown. So it really gets a bend right there, so it's more voluminized. This is how you get bigger hair. Once you leave it there for a few seconds, then you just want to quickly glide it across the rest of the hair. And I'll probably do that at least 2 times, just like the rest of the hair. And as you can see, it's kind of volumized and sitting up more than the rest of the hair. So I'm just going to do this same process to the rest of the hair that I'm leaving out for the bang. I did spray my hair with a heat protectant before I did. Okay, so now that our hair is finished, I'm then going to take that same wide tooth comb and just kind of comb through it a bit. I like to comb it away from the face. And now you just want to kind of fix it to your liking. I like my hair really big, so I like kind of push it forward a bit. And then sometimes I take a little piece right here above the ear and I leave that down. But that is it to get this big voluminized hair. So I really hope you enjoyed this glowy skin and kind of fresh face Easter makeup tutorial and this voluminous hair tutorial. So until the next video, bye.